welcome everyone to our second session of our September Strategies for Growth. We're thrilled that you're here. I can't tell you how much I love getting together with all of you. I feel like we've been getting together for so much time now that we're all bonded, and it's just a special place to be, and today is going to be awesome. So welcome. So our objectives for today, September really is a special month, and so we wanted to make sure we pointed that out. If you're striving for a trip, you want to hit coordinator by the month of September for the Los Cabos trip, executive coordinator for the Tuscany trip, because you must hold them for 4 months. The chairman's retreat is up and going. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited about this. You need to accumulate 10,000 additional PGV over that base number you have. So once, if you're not sure how to figure that out, just talk to a few people. It's really not too hard, but get that target number and work for it. We're going to want to really, all of us, add at least 2,000 PV per month to accumulate the 10. So today we're going to talk about ways to accumulate 1,000. We're going to help you have that plan so that there's some clarity, and you can, as I was having a great conversation with Joe yesterday, you can discern what are you doing that's helping you get to that growth, and if that's not working, you need to kind of get it out of the way and focus on that plan, that 1,000 PV plan. So we're going to talk about helping our distributors get to director. We're going to talk about sharing with people, starting new ventures. It really is a fun year to talk to people about starting up a business because they're getting back in that mindset of, school is in session. And then, of course, we're right smack in the beginning of these 100 Days to Amazing. We have 80 days left, and 80 days is a lot of days, and we're excited about that. So if we did all the things we were capable of, we would literally astound ourselves. You know what I thought when I read this?
I love it.
I want to astound myself. I really do. So I am going for that. So, Harper, you're up.
There she is. Good. Hi, Harper.
Hi. How are you guys this morning?
Good morning.
Good.
I am not able to view the slides right now. Just give me 1 second. I'm having some kind of computer issue that is not letting my computer. One second.
Okay. So what we want to talk about on this slide is that our 100-day goal and our 100-day plan, because we want to, what we were concerned about, and I'll tell you, this took a long time to put our session together today, because there was so much information that came flying at us, all wonderful, from out of Cleveland. There were, how many, Becky, did we count different promotions? 4 or 5 different promotions. There's the free memberships, and then there was the free shipping stuff, and then there was some that was free membership and free shipping, and then there was $10 off. Anyway, we're going to sort through all of that for us today. But the point we wanted to make on this slide is that put all of that aside temporarily and first figure out where do you want your business to be by the end of December. That's the important thing. Then
I'm back now.
Okay, then the activities come next. Okay, go ahead, Harper.
No, and I think that was a huge thing that we talked about, is that so many of the we can look at all these promotions and all these goals and all this stuff, but what really matters is where we're going. And otherwise, we just end up doing a flurry of activities that aren't helping us to reach our goals. And I remember one time that Barb and I talked about a goal of mine, and we said, okay, what is the big goal that you want to hit at this length of time? And when we did that, it really helped me to figure out what I was doing with my time. Okay, what activities do I need to do to reach this goal? And so then we're not caught up in, okay, well, there's this promotion and there's this promotion and this is going on, but what am I going to use to reach the goal that I have in front of me? And then our activities start really being income-producing activities and goal-reaching activities so that we can stay focused. Otherwise, we get busy. We just get busy with activities, but not things that are going to push us towards the goal that we have. And then we end up doing a lot of things that are peripheral instead of helping us to stay focused. And for a lot of us, time is valuable. And so to use our time and to use these promotions with a focused intention really makes a difference. So sit down with your upline, if you haven't already, and focus, what are those goals for me for this 100-day plan? What are the things that I want, the specific things that I want to reach, and how can these promotions and specials help me to catapult to that?
Very good. And also, Harper, mention that bottom bullet point about there are so many Facebook pages now, and they're all wonderful. And there are a zillion webinars, conference calls, and so forth. And we just have to be careful not to spend all of our time trying to attend everything. Then there won't be any time left, and not to direct our new leaders to too many things. So pick and choose carefully which are the go-to things that are going to help you.
The other thing, Barb, that I'm seeing this happening too by people going and checking out all these Facebook pages is they're starting to compare themselves against what they're seeing being posted. And then they get discouraged and, I'm not as good, I'm not doing as much, and that's a dangerous place to go.
Well, Joe, that's exactly the same thought I posted on our team page yesterday. One of our leaders shared this quote with me, and it goes, compare and compete, live in defeat. And it was so profound, and so it's exactly the same thought and things I've been seeing too. So I posted that on our team page. You are running your own race. Don't, get excited about what's going on, but don't let it get you stuck, because it's a sad place to be. It's terrible. So good point.
Great.
Well, and this is so important, I think, too, with the there's so many inspiring things happening, and I think you're right, that could easily just kind of make some people doubt themselves. But we all have our own goals, and if you're like me, my 100-day goal has changed about 3 times, so it's good for us to work on that. So let's talk just for a minute about Fast Track and what the possibilities are with that program. And there's really 2 big things when people are becoming new directors and then increasing in rank. And the first one are these power bonuses. And we have talked about these before, but it's so good for us to just keep kind of remembering these details, because that is one part of our business, is that we do have some details around some of these promotions. So whenever you either become a distributor or you raise your rank, when you become a director, senior director, and so on, you have 3 full months to be able to earn these power bonuses. And Shackley is so generous, because they actually, like if you upgraded or became a director mid-month, this month in September, they would give you September, October, November, December. They would give you 3 full months. You still would have October, November, December to be able to have those bonuses, which is so great. And you can get them again and again and again. And that's that whole part of earning 15 points. And for all the specific details, just look on your member center. It has all that laid out. But 15 sponsoring points. And every time you get that, you get, isn't it $150? Is that right?
Yeah, you bet.
$150, and you don't have to wait until the pay period. Those happen weekly, which is just a really wonderful incentive for people. And if people are growing, my goodness, they could get 2, 3, maybe even 4 of those in that time period if people are really going for it. So just remind those for yourself, but also for people that we're working with, that income is an issue. And that would be really super helpful to have that income quickly. So that's the first thing. The second one is the Fast Track rewards. And the Fast Track clock starts the month you become a director. But it's so awesome, because if you can appoint someone underneath you, a new director underneath you, so now you're a senior director, within the first 6 months, you get a $1,000 bonus, which is so wonderful. And then 3 months later, if you can appoint and become a coordinator, so now you have 2 first levels, you're going to get $3,000. And you can read there how that works. To senior coordinator, you can get $5,000. And it's not only beneficial for that person going through that, but also as the upline. Shackley has been so generous to give half of upline bonuses. So when your new director becomes a senior director and you're above them, you would get $500. When they get $3,000, you would get $1,500. It's so generous. We have such a generous company. So when our reach exceeds our grasp, it does create a different mindset. And we are capable of doing amazing things, just like we've talked about in this whole venture. So it's super duper cool. And then I love this quote that someone found. A dream written down with a date becomes a goal. And Harper, you already talked about that. It's so powerful. A goal broken down into steps becomes your plan. And a plan backed by action makes those dreams come true. And go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, this is my story right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is my story. And this is that we had dreams for our family that did seem kind of far off. I remember feeling like, oh, yeah, I don't know if we really could ever do that. We had dreams, and, you know, after lots of prodding by my wonderful uplines, I put them into goals. And when it hit me to have a goal and then put a date on it and then put action steps to reach that goal and then do the things that needed to be done, we accomplished way more than we ever imagined when we got to that point.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a great quote that really is true, and it's really powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Harper,
Great.
thank you for sharing that, because it is. It totally. It's all about being intentional, and really like setting that plan and what am I going to do, and okay, if I want this, then what does that mean? And beautifully said, Harper, beautifully said. This next one comes from Alice in Wonderland. One day, Alice came to a fork in the road and saw a Cheshire cat in a tree. Which road do I take? She asked. His response was a question, where do you want to go? I don't know, Alice answered. Then the cat said, it doesn't matter. And just all of that to say, we need to know where we're going in order to lead our business where we want it to be. So in preparation, these next few slides are the things that Barb was talking about at the beginning. There are 4 major deals that we just want to be sure you are aware of. And I would encourage you to actually print these slides out, these 4 or 5 that we're going to go over, because it's just helpful sometimes to have that. And this first one is about free membership option. Oh my gosh, there's 13 ways to get a free membership. So we should never have to pay for a membership. No one should ever have to pay. But you can see on there all those packages of products and the Get Clean kits on there, the nutrition therapy, and then any order, number 12, any order that adds up to 100 PV, if they're not into the creative packages we have here, maybe they wanted to do a little bit of skincare, a little bit of nutrition, you know, whatever their combination is, if it adds to 100 PV, they get a free membership. It's a great, great deal. And then, of course, any of our goal packs are going to give you that, too. Anything else I should say about that, Barb?
That's it. I love that. 13.
Mm-hmm.
I know. It's absolutely amazing.
This is huge. For those of you who haven't been in the business for a long time, it was like once a year there'd be some kind of special where there would be free memberships. So to be able to offer our people this is a huge gift to them and a huge benefit to us as we're talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And you see,
absolutely.
And the purpose of knowing these, and this is why we have to have them, I print them out and I stick them under plastic sheet protector, is that when we are interacting with our new members and our distributors, we stand as an advocate for them. They couldn't possibly know all this stuff that Becky's walking us through. We barely understand it. And so when we're looking out for them, that sends a lovely message to them, too. Okay, let's go. Deal number 2. Okay.
Yes, and I just want to do a quick shout-out to Crystal Johnson, because she and I worked so hard trying to put everything down on paper, and she did such a good job. I love her mind. So this next one is free shipping deals, and this just came out at the conference, and it's good for this is that 100-day kind of benefit, so it's good through the end of our 100 days, which is November 20th. So you can see the plans listed there, the 3 that are kind of our great, good, better, best options in the nutrition plan. And you'll see the price differences on the soy and non-soy. And I just wanted to say one remark, that when Dan Rajak talked to us about these new products and their price points and all of that, And he said that the soy version would remain the same price that Shaklee 180 soy is now. But then he actually gave a little question mark as to what the price would be at the end, because it depended on how well we sold things in this next 6 months. And so that's a real motivation for us to sell a lot so that that price can be a little bit lower than maybe Shaklee at first anticipated. So that's a really cool thing.
And add the point that in the first week we sold out on those things.
Yes,
right.
It came through. Yeah, that was cool.
Absolutely. So we've got the good, better, or starting at best, better, good, a life plan, vitalizing plan, and essentials plan. Then we've got the RX for healthier life, and that can be with Vitalizer or with the Life Strip. The Shaklee Life Family Pack are those two big life shakes. So that is going to be the two 30-day supplies. So that's in free shipping too. And then the 180 kit, the turnaround kit. And I love, Barb, that you put this down there. I'm very much encouraging people to add other things to their order, the things that are maybe heavier, like getting into cleaning things or physique or anything like that. And they're going to get up to $20 off their order. But let's say their shipping comes to $30, it's only $10 then for all those things that they're getting. It's such a savings for them. So again, just what you said, Barb, being a consumer advocate for them, I just think really says a lot. Okay, now, here's the next little twist, is that there are a few things that get free shipping and free membership. And so, again, this is probably where this is the slide I'm going to have out the most, because I want people to, again, get the most bang for their dollar. And this is where those two lists we just talked about, now this is where they dovetail and they come together. So any of these pictures that you see here, if they are a brand new person, they're going to come with free shipping and the free membership. So just really good for you to know. Again, print these slides out, put them with your working folder in your catalog that you have when you go to appointments or whatever. It's just super duper good.
And I was just going to reiterate that putting these in plastic sheet protector, you don't have to know this. And there's no harm, no shame, no nothing. Absolutely. When you're sitting with somebody and pulling this out and saying, let me just check through to make sure we're getting you the very best deal. Again, then you can pull out these sheets and look through there, and I guarantee you that your new person's going to really thank you for that.
I want to point out
even
one
when
thing.
You're talking. Go ahead, Barb.
Just one thing. Joe, can you go back to one slide? I just want to point something out that was a new revelation for me. One more back. See where it says Essentials Plan? Yeah, there. So there's a three. I think what the company had intended for the free memberships was the good, better, best. See the one that says Essentials Plan? So that's the little one, right? But look at the sizes. Crystal Eagle Eye Johnson pointed out that Vitally is a month's supply. It's 60 tabs. Our Vitally bottles are 120 and 240, right? Look at Omega. It's 90 capsules. We don't have a 90 capsules. We have a 60 and a 180. Right. So just be aware that they have created that to be an auto ship an auto ship order. So that was news to me. I don't know if anybody else knew that.
I am surprised. Yeah. I'm just sitting here going, what? I had no idea.
I think that even when we're to have these in your mind when you're doing follow-up, because it's not only about knowing what to help new members, but being an advocate when you're doing follow-up. Yesterday, I was talking to a woman on the phone who needed to place an order, and everybody is always interested in free shipping. So when I explained to her that she could get free shipping if instead of the one 15-serving canister that she gets often, she gets the 2 bags of the shake, then she could get the free shipping, and, she broke down the prices. She's like, this is great. Thank you for sharing that with me. And so to be able to, even if you are just going through your list and following up and saying, hey, I know you've done this in the past. I want to let you know that this plan is available for you, that you can get this free shipping. And the Essentials plan is add a B complex and you have a great prenatal package. I know a lot of people have asked for prenatal packages before, and so a lot of people have been looking at that as just adding the B complex and having a great start to a prenatal package.
I like that a lot. That's
Good point.
great.
Excellent points. All right, one more deal to cover here, and these are the $10 deals. And so anytime people order those prescription for a healthier life, whether it's with the Life Strip or the Vitalizer, they will receive a coupon immediately. I just saw this happen with one of my auto ships that went through. They immediately receive a coupon that I think expires in 2 months, that they can get any product they want that is $100 or less for just $10. I mean, that could be the new Vivix liquid gels. That could be a Vitalizer. I mean, there's just so many things that they could choose. It just depends. And I love what you said, Harper, about follow-up, because that's what I was doing, is calling all my people on current auto ships and letting them know, hey, if you want to add one of these packages, and kind of talking about what they already order, then you can get this free shipping deal. And I was telling this woman, she was ordering the prescription for Healthier Life, and talking about this $10, and she said, well, I actually already have a purpose for that. Every month my husband gets a free Vitalizer. And I was like, great, you already are utilizing it and making sure you can use it. So it is a wonderful thing. And when you do have more than one person in your household that's ordering, those are great things to be able to get your spouse or your child something off out of the catalog too. So then the next deal number 2, a little bit farther down the screen, you can see that when people buy a Vivix and a Vitalizer together, and again, one thing I do need to point out, they do need to use these special item codes. If someone were to order the Nutrifuron, the Life Strip, and the Life Shake all individually, it would not click over. You need to use these special item codes. But anyway, back to the bottom. If they order the Vivix and Vitalizer with the special item code, then they get a coupon for any Life Shake flavor for just $10. So we have specials coming out the wazoo. And and again, we do not have to know it all. And back to what you were saying, Joe, about pulling these out, I actually feel like that's a really good example if someone wants to do the business, because then they know they don't have to know everything.
Yeah, right.
So it's really good for us to be able to have these and check them and look over them. And anyway, so exciting.
I just want to add the Life Plan, which is the Life Strip and the Life Shake, also gets that loyalty coupon, gets the $10 loyalty coupon. I don't see it.
We didn't even have it on there.
Yeah, you're right. And Becky, very well done, because that is a lot of information to communicate clearly. You did
we got to add. Wait a minute, we got to add that.
Yeah, so add the Life Plan to the loyalty coupon, the number 1. Because it is a big
Now it's
together.
Eagle Eye Lisa.
I know.
Occasionally I see things. All right, so now let's understand how to generate 1,000 PV with these deals, because we can do a ton with 1,000 PV plans. We can help develop new directors. We're going to increase our customer base, and of course we know that both of those are good and excellent, and we want to. So we're going to look at product collections, and then we're going to identify partners who begin Shakleizing their home, and we're going to be able to pull in these promotions. Now, there's a concept down here at the bottom that is so good, and I think there's so much truth to it, and Barb shared this idea with me a few months ago, and I was talking to a few of our leaders that had been stuck at 1,000 PV for a while, and they all said, we were in a group meeting, and I think there was 3 of them, and they said, that is exactly what has happened. So here it is. It's a big idea. Most leaders can generate 1,000 PV through the people they know, through their friends, their family, the people around them. But to get to 2,000 PV, we got to get past that initial circle. We've got to start meeting friends of friends. And so we've got to learn how to get referrals, and we've got to learn how to work with people so that we can start working with people they know. And I will tell you, I want to give a shout out to a wonderful brand new director on our call today, Caitlin Burnett, and she was one that recognized this, and she said, that's where I'm at. And sure enough, a couple months later, boom, she's the director, and she's hitting the ground running. Fantastic. So this is for people that have been in Shaklee a while, this is well, we know Barb's brilliant, but this is a brilliant Barb concept because it really helps you see that you will get stuck if you don't learn to reach past the people that are right around you. So there's a strategy for you. So let's talk back to school packages. There are typically two things that parents are concerned about. I will guarantee you, even as we speak, it's in the forefront of their brains. How on earth am I going to keep my kid healthy this year? It is such a hot topic. In fact, Caitlin and a lot of her team did a Facebook event last week, and they had a huge response, and it was the idea of getting back to school in a healthy way. And then there's another idea. How do we help our kids stay focused and help their brains engaged and ready to learn? And these are both again, we don't have to introduce these concepts to people. They're already in their head. We're just connecting and offering solutions because it's important to them. And they're wanting to do the best they can, and they're wanting to be healthy and get out the door in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So, good topics. All right. And go ahead, Harper.
And just how do we talk to people about this? How do we ask them these questions and find out how we can help them? And I know a lot of times, for me, conversations are based on something that has already been said, a mom talking about one of these specific issues. But when you're just talking and you're trying to help different moms, especially that preschool to college age, asking them, what is most important to you? What is your greater concern? Is it trying to keep your kids healthy, or are you more concerned with optimizing how their focus and their attention, their memory, and giving them those two options, or both? But because sometimes parents are very like, oh my goodness, I'm just a little overwhelmed with this year. And when we give them the options of, well, where are you at? What is on your mind? Then they can give us an answer. And from that, we can set up an appointment with them to share what we've learned, a play date. We can invite them to a conference call or a webinar, setting up a three-way call with your upline. Even if you're new and you're like, great, she wants to know how to keep her kid healthy. I really don't know what to tell her. That's why we work as a team. So you can find people who can, there are lots of great information out there. Setting up an in-home event. Katie on our team had, Katie Odom, who had a fabulous turnout to an in-home event all about keeping your children healthy this year, because that's what parents are concerned about. Doing a Facebook event. That's a great way to engage a lot of parents who are at home. The kids have gone to bed, and they want to sit and they want to learn about what they can do to help their kids. So just having those conversations with people. Sleep is a big issue too. I was actually running a little late this morning because I was talking to some moms about what they can do to help their children sleep, because their kids are having trouble sleeping, and therefore they're not doing as well in school. So all of these things are things we can be advocates. Again, we can be advocates for these parents.
Harper, can I add in one more strategy that I find really helpful? I call them mini group events. And if I have a mom that has said yes to one of those questions, or maybe to both, I'll say, that is so great. Do you feel like you have 2 or 3 friends that might have the same concerns? And usually they do. And so I'll say, would it be okay if we set up a time that we could get together? And the reason I really like those, I feel like that's super good use of my time, because we can get to the heart of it very quickly, because usually all 4 of them or 3 of them know each other. And as we know, health is personal. And so we can really tackle it fairly, like in an upfront manner, because they're fine sharing whatever issues they have in front of the other people. And it has been a huge strategy that doesn't seem for me, but even for a new person, it's not nearly as kind of a, you don't have to have snacks, it's not as big of a deal. You don't have to have snacks to your group event. But
not formal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. So
nice
go ahead.
idea.
Very good, very good. All right, so we just want to give you some ideas of some back-to-school collections. There's a ton you can do here, but for younger children, you can look at Incredivites, Optiflora, and Jubal C. It's great. And it will make an impact, or Vitalizing Immunity, which is a big, big hit in our group. We do a lot of promotional things with Vitalizing Immunity. For academic support, you've got the Mighty Smarts, the Life Shakes, and then look at this basic age. What a great conversation to have with a mom about how the chemicals can impact their child's ability to learn. So, again, just a nice little collection that you can say, hey, this is where a lot of moms like to begin. This is a great starter package when we're talking about this topic. You know, right along with Becky's idea of kind of having these little mini groups and say, these are some suggestions that we like to share with young families, right? And then you've got the older teens. Now I have my youngest is in college, and I just shipped off another bottle of Nutrafron yesterday and the Vitalizing Immunity, because college kids, I think, need to hit it a little heavier because they don't sleep and they don't eat well and they're just killing themselves with fun. So, but look at the immune health package: Vital E, Vita C, Optiflora, and then Germ Off wipes. What a great thing for older kids, and we all know that the schools push our kids to bring wipes to the classroom, so it's nice to have a safer option. And then, of course, the academic support: B Complex, Omega Guard, the Life Shake, MindWorks. I met with a college student yesterday, and she got on the MindWorks and threw a couple other things on her order to get to 100 PV. She's a smart cookie and got her free membership. But this is a huge gift to offer to people. So, again, conversational things but packages, and then this gives you the measuring tool for your 1,000 PV plan. So it works as well.
Lisa?
Yes.
Lisa, we're going to attach that flyer that you have been using in your group. We'll attach that so people can see it.
Okay. So just so everybody knows that we just created some promotions for our group to earn a free Vitalizing Immunity if they bought certain packages. So that's what Barbara's referencing to. So if anybody's curious, but we've had some good results with it. So here is, I don't see my name. Is this mine? I think it is.
Sure, yeah, but keep going.
I'll just. Okay, well, if someone else wants it, but here's some numbers to crunch when you're looking at your strategy. So if you have 4 events and about 5 people come, that's 20 families. 20 families on a 50 PV collection, there's your 1,000 PV. 10 families on a 100 PV collection, there's your 1,000 PV. So you kind of can see this is how you create that strategy. And again, you're getting some clarity and focus. And so, Harper made a point at the very beginning of our webinar today that was so good about the plan and, the wonderful thing that Becky even talked about, that quote. If you have a 1,000 PV plan, now you have some tangible action to do. If you're just looking at the goal, you're going to kind of be more in the hoping, wishing category. And so if you can create the clarity in the plan, then you have some action. You don't get to focus as much as, I hope this happens, but I'm going to do this, right? So deal number 1, 100 PV orders, gives free membership. There's your $20 saving. Deal number 2, free shipping and free membership. So just kind of repeat on that. So there you go. There's a collection and a strategy to get you there.
Mm-hmm. And do you see, if you flip back to the slide that has the immune and the academic support, one more, yeah, there. Do you see how they're each, if someone says, I'm concerned about both, you can give them the immune and the academic, and there's your 100 PV order. See, everybody see that? Mm-hmm. And you can use any combination. I mean, you could do Incredivites and Mighty Smart. I mean, they're all valid, but what we wanted to show is it isn't that hard to put together a 100 PV order. It isn't that hard to put together a 1,000 PV plan. Just 10 families that you meet with. And Becky, I love your little mini groups. I think Ann Westergaard's on this morning, and I remember her saying she would set up these little mini meetings, and she'd say, invite people you know so well. You don't have to clean the house. You can come in your blue jeans.
Yeah.
I love that. Take any of the negatives away that might keep people from having an event. Just make it informal. It's about the information.
It's like a play date for moms.
That's right. That's very good. Very good. Okay.
Absolutely. And one of the things about these that Crystal was so good to just kind of remind me is here we are putting together these 50 PV, 100 PV orders. Well, if they happen to be a new member and you get a 50 PV order, you get 1 point. If you get a 100 PV order with a new member, you're going to get 2 points, or if they, get a distributor. So this is multifaceted, multi-benefits, not only for them in the savings, but also for you for those power bonuses that we just talked about. So here are just some samples, and this is just like the kid chart that we just showed a couple of slides ago, how you can start with 50 or 100 PV, and then maybe you want to add on, 50 or 100. And so, like for me, A lot of my people that I talk to, well, in the past they've done Vitalizer. I'm still talking about Life Plan, but it's new. So in the past they might do a Vitalizer with a shake. But if it's someone in my age group, I'm going to recommend that one in the center, the Menopause Balance and the GLA. And there you've got 140 PV order. Or if it's somebody with allergies, maybe they go with Life Plan and then they add the Nutrifuron and the alfalfa. This is just like what Barb said. You could put any combination together. We're just trying to show you what 50 and 100 PV orders can look like and to help meet that goal that you have.
Nice, very nice.
That's an attractive page. I love it.
And I think that this is important for us to look at, because to build a stable business, we have two different parts. And that is when we're looking at long-term goals and a long-term business and a balanced business that moves forward consistently. It consists of a strong customer base, starting with 20 to 30 active members, but continues to grow, and also looking for, as you're getting started, at least 2 business partners who are working toward director and beyond. And so when we're looking at our goals, those are both part of them. And so when we're generating that 1,000 PV, we're also identifying our business partners and getting them started. So when you're thinking about that, even when you're working with them and you're talking to them, the gold kits are PV for you. There's 250 PV and 500 PV, and then how much? I can't remember off the top of my head. The really large package is how much PV? So you have
big kahuna. The super gold. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. So you have. I'm just talking about PV. But so you're gaining that PV when they join, and then you are being able to spend that time to help get them started and get their PV going. And you're creating a really great model of duplication, because they purchase the gold pack and they start Shackleyizing their home. They start loving the products and learning about the products, and then you're able to share what you have learned, all of these things, so that they can help gain their customers. And I love what someone shared at Global, how if you purchase, whichever kit you purchase, if you are concerned about making that money back, if you find 3 business partners who also purchase that pack, plus, so you have the PV from those, plus the power bonus that you would earn, the power bonus points, and the gold bonus, you make up more than the cost of your gold pack. So we talk a lot about starting when you purchase your gold pack to have a list. That when you buy your gold pack, you already have a list of potential people that you would love to join you in the business. And you have a list of people who we'd love to invite to an in-home event or set up a 3-way call or talk to about their health. So you already have those things set up so that when they buy that gold pack, they're ready to go. They can recover that money that they spent to invest in their business, and then you can begin to get past that 1,000 PV, because you're helping them get to that 1,000 and 2,000 PV. So we can look at these. I love some of the changes that they have made to these new gold packs, and I think that they're important to look at. The first one is the $349. It's very similar to the one that it was before, except it has the life plan, and so it has some of our most popular products. Do note that this pack does no longer comes with a ticket to the global conference. It just comes with the ticket to the regional conference, just so that you're aware when you're talking to people that change has been made. But they get to try the life strip, and they get to have some samples, and they also comes with 3 basic H spray bottles instead of 2. So that's a great pack. But what I am really, really loving is this new $649 pack. And it is so comprehensive. And I love the changes that they have made, because it includes products from every line, sports nutrition, the skincare. So they really have an opportunity to Shackley their home, to be familiar with a lot of different products. And I think that the value is so high in this pack. And to realize, it was very interesting. one of the speakers, I think it was Heather Hirsch, shared that when she said to her husband, I'm going to spend, it was $6.99 at the time, $6.99 to start this business, he said, well, I just spent over $10,000 to start my business, so that sounds great. And just the concept of that this is a great deal to start a business. And when you look at the products that are included in this by far is a very attractive price point, attractive combination of both business tools and products that'll really get someone started very well. And just the idea that they can make that up when they are sharing the same thing. And then this is, it's $750 PV. That's how much this one is for PV. But you also have the Super Gold, which for a lot of people, this is a lot of products. It's a very gracious smattering of different things from different lines, but also Barb has brought up multiple times that for some people, depending on their financial situation, being able to use this one as a tax write-off because they can write off the cost of their gold kit, that this could be a very good choice for some people if they're considering that side of things.
When I share this one, I tell people this has every single product pack Shaklee makes in it. It really truly is the big kahuna. Every pack we have is in there. And then when you point out to them that they're actually going to get paid a % back on this, that really does sweeten the deal. They're going to make 8% on this kit by itself. So excellent.
And I feel like it's good to remember that in order for people to participate in Fast Track, they do need to be a gold distributor. So they need to have one of those packs. So it's really important to get some of those extra things that Shaklee has in mind. Choose one of these packs and get those advantages.
And they get 2 global conference registrations with this, so that's another almost $400. So,
it's kind of fun. When you sponsor people and then they start ordering products, many times a lot of my people come back and go, gosh, I wish I would have just got that in the beginning. I've ordered all of those anyways. And it's a nice perspective as a leader to have because there is a lot of value there and people really do see that once, they kind of get through the door. So, all right. Action steps.
So
go ahead.
You get just one last point.
Yeah.
You get a tax deduction because all of those are business kits. So that's a business startup kit. So that's a tax deduction. And then the first time you order a product, that's an evaluation on your part. So that's another tax deduction. And anytime you use your products for promotion, for demonstration, for tastings and so forth. Those are all right. And if you are not familiar with the tax deductions, our colleague, Alan Cherapan, has done, I think 2 times now, Joe, right? He has done sessions for us on tax deductions, and they're really great. So you can go back in the archives. I think there was one from last spring, even under Legacy and Leadership, under Better Future Starts Today, or bobsfiles.net. But there's some really great information in there that'd be helpful for you. Okay, action steps, Lisa.
Okie dokie. So we want you to create your September plan for becoming a director if you're not one, and you can do it. You can do it. This is a special time. Just utilize what's out there and get some activity on the calendar. If you are a director above, then help your downline do this. Set up appointments and events. And know that about every 4 events, about 1,000 PV, so you kind of have that in your brain. And then use the archive training sessions. And you know what? This really is something that I think I'm personally getting better and better at as I'm having conversations. In fact, last Friday night, I was out with a wonderful community group that these girls have created around Shaklee, and they had a new builder there, and she's like, but I'm not sure about the tax deductions. And I remembered, that tax webinar. I'm like, oh, you've got to go listen to this tax webinar. It's so good. And so utilize those, because what they do is they equip you to bring really solid training to people that you don't have to kind of develop. So, Harper, go ahead and share some good stuff here.
All right. Well, one thing I want to go back to is that on that slide it did say, for every 4 events produces about 1,000 PV, and from those attending as well as follow-up. And I think that is key, that the follow-up with people who come or people that do not come. I have had some fabulous, very successful events where hardly anybody showed up, but it started conversations with a lot of people who are interested. So even the people who couldn't come, when we follow up with them, it can be, I really wanted to come, but I didn't get the information and being able to get that stuff. So I thought that was a very good point on the slide. But our business really runs on the idea of duplication. And because we want to be able to share with someone the business and for them to then be able to share with someone the business. And so we want to help them to learn the skills that they need and to be able to then share those skills with other people. And, sometimes someone will join the business and within a week they have a new builder on their team and they don't have all the information, but they can share the information that we've shared on these trainings. And these are archived for you to use. The 8 Weeks to Director summer series that we did last summer was very, very useful, and we've even done a couple Facebook conversations, where a lot of people are checking it out at the same time, and we ask them questions and we discuss it. But going through that 8 weeks to Director, and actually even the number 1, I've had a lot of people really enjoy. There's my husband and another husband sharing about the power of just about this kind of business and what it's meant for their families from their perspective, and that has been really helpful for a lot of people when they're getting started, especially people who maybe have a husband or a spouse who isn't as excited as they are. But the 8 Weeks to Director is a great series that just goes through important skills that you can then share with your team. You can say, hey, let's check these out. We'll talk next week and we'll follow up on number 1. You can set up a schedule, but there's some great sessions on getting your distributors started, strategies on how to generate 1,000 PV. There's some great ones that Lisa has led about doing new member appointments or about in-home events. Lisa did a fabulous one that I've sent many people on my team when they're starting to want to grow. Well, it was fabulous. You do such a great job. They were working on in-home events, and I said, listen to this, because I feel like Lisa trains it Lisa trains it better than I do. I've learned so much from Lisa. So I shared that session with some people on my team so that they could glean from what Lisa shared a year and a half ago, and so they will have a more successful event. And then they can then go ahead and share that with someone who joins their team later, and they can continue to share that information. It's just very valuable that we have all of this, archive so that we are able to share it.
Harper, I want to just give an example of what happened. I was talking to one of our downlines yesterday in Sandy Dietrich's group, and Sandy had done an in-home and then posted it so that her people had access to it. And to this power of duplication, one of her downline directors had a business builder who lives in Europe but has family here in the United States, and she was visiting this summer. She was here all summer. She came to the United States. She watched that webinar, learned how to do an in-home event on her own, and this summer, doing in-home event after in-home event, last month she had 1,500 PV.
Wow.
So,
That's
and the point, your point is so well taken, Harper, that, if we use these tools, people can do incredible and amazing things.
Mm-hmm.
So we are very blessed to have these at our fingertips.
Well, and we don't want to be self-serving here either, but whatever people
go ahead, Barb.
That's right. Whatever people want to use, the point is every one of the books that you read about success in our industry is about creating systems that duplicate, and that's what we have inadvertently discovered that is happening, and it's people are. I want to say something here about this whole session, and as we're starting this whole semester, is that these promotions and incentives that the company has put before us are really compelling. that chairman's retreat is really compelling about every one of us, whether you're somebody who's really good at developing customers or you're really good at developing leaders. Everybody gets to play in this one and increase by 10,000. When you look at qualifying for trips, and some of you may say, oh, but I'm just I'm not even an associate yet. I'm at 500. It doesn't matter. We can take any of these. We've learned some things. We have learned how to reach out to consumers with all the things that the girls talked about today. And this is just, we just did the back to school and the gold pack ideas today. We're going to be bringing ideas like this every week so you see whatever it is that captivates you, whatever collection is the right collection for the people that you know. You put that together. And I guess I want to say to people can build to director faster than I can ever remember in my 40 years in Chile. Right. And I got a call this morning just before we went on the air here, from Stephanie Bruce, and she said Stephanie Miller just hit 2,000, and I'm appointing her as a new director. And that's 2 new directors in August. Now, I got to tell you guys, people don't usually become directors in August or July or June, and we've had one each month because they're, once you realize it's just about having a plan, then you lay it out, and it takes the exact same amount of phone calls, events, appointments to get to 1,000 PV. It takes the same amount. And you can dribble that out over 6 months, or you can clear the decks and get it all done between now and the end of September. And that's what we want people to see, is get people there. If they want to maintain for a little while and stabilize their businesses there, that's fine. But they're earning all the money then when they get there. So it's this material that you've given us today, team training team, is really valuable. Thank you. And let's talk about that. There's the next session's coming up, and then we have a number of comments.
Barb?
Yeah?
You're breaking up and you're crackling.
Did it just start? Did that just start?
Yeah, 20 seconds.
Okay, all right. I get passionate. Perhaps that's what happened. And
that's bad.
Can we talk about questions and comments, Joe?
I can. Yes. Let me find my questions.
And all right, first one, Susan Knott pointed out that when you purchase life,
you can't talk. It's really bad.
Oh, bad.
It's very irritating.
All right. Tell them about Susan Knott then.
Yeah, if I knew, I would.
I'm searching through the questions real quick to see if I can find it, too.
Okay, so Paula said, I'm so loving this. You guys are too funny. Lisa, will you repeat the quote about competing?
I will. Compare and compete, live in defeat. And I'll tell you what, I like to couple it with a quote that I believe from Eleanor Roosevelt, and she said, comparison is the thief of joy. And I have found that to be very true in my life. So I think it's a good thing to always have in your mind, So.
Okay, good. Are we sure? Does the Essentials plan get free delivery?
We double-checked that.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
Because originally it didn't.
But I'm looking at exactly what's new charge. And it says the Essentials plan does get free delivery through November 20th. Okay. Well, the what's new chart has all this on one page. That's right. Can they use a $10 coupon for Vivix liquid gels?
Yes.
Okay. Look at the updated auto-ship coupon list. Sometimes the new products aren't available. Well, I think they will be. They'll get them on there. You also get the loyalty coupon with the life plan and life strip order.
And that's what Lisa said.
Yeah.
Right.
The Life Strip and the Life Shake, which becomes the Life Plan. We have millions of Life words in there. The Life Plan gets the loyalty coupon, so that's correct.
Okay.
Great.
And the one other $10 coupon is from when you order the Life Strip on auto ship.
Mm-hmm. So here's my understanding. It's just like with the RX for Life. You put it on auto ship, and then in the system, there's a coupon for you to use for your next auto ship where you get to pick any product under $100 for $10. So it gets in the system for you, and then you manage it there. So it's a great gift. Great gift.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, somebody said I found this out when I was putting this in for an order for a customer. Let's see, because when you think about it, the Life Strip is the Vitalizer and the Vivix together.
Mm-hmm.
What about if you order the Life Strip instead of the Vitalizer and Vivix? Do you still receive a $10 coupon?
It has to be in the Life Plan, like Becky said, with that code, the Life Plan, because it's the Life Strip and the Life Shake together that gets you the coupon. Does that make sense?
One thing I'll just go ahead.
No, go ahead, Becky.
One thing I just want to make sure to, a lot of this may have people that are super savvy and they do their own ordering. That code part is a really important part for us to over-communicate. We can have some people that are like, hey, I thought I was going to get this. You said to put these things in. And so just keep communicating, give them that list with the item codes just in bold, be sure and use these item codes in order for the computer to trigger that coupon. And even for the free shipping, like they need those certain codes. So it's just important.
And what is the special code number for the Life Plan to receive the $10 coupon?
I don't know that, but I will tell you, I think things are getting better in the system where they're more clear. And so when you're setting it up, it actually should make that offer to you, and it should communicate it to you. So I would just say, when you're setting up the auto ship, keep your eye out for it, because I sponsored someone at Starbucks yesterday on my phone in 2.5 minutes. Technology is really getting better. I've never been that successful before. So I would just say I'm not 100% sure where the code is, but I think if you're just aware of it, you should be able to see it in the system. And then if you really aren't sure, you can call Shackley. But
where is the Nutriferon? I'm not sure what that means.
RX. It's in the RX.
Oh, there you are. Now you sound great.
And you're normal. You just slip into this alien mode every now, Barb, and it scares us. It's intense.
How do large families order what they need each month when Shackley puts a limit on personal consumption?
I'll tell you what we suggest, and maybe you guys have a better idea. Because we have a large family now, sponsor a close child or someone who's eligible near you, and you can place an order under their ID and have it come to your house. I don't know if Shackley would frown upon that, but it gets the products into your home. That's how we have overridden that rule. So, what do you guys?
Or you can, if you can figure out what items in your state are not sales tax. They don't have they're not taxable. Then you can order those after you reach your 1,000 PV.
Ooh, you're smart, Joe. That's smart.
And they won't, you won't be paying the tax on that. Would you be able to put up the pages again of the free memberships? Barb talked about putting them in clear pages and even looking at them when working with the customer to make sure you're looking and carrying.
So the idea is, as soon as they're archived, you can print any one of the pages. That's why we put everything on the pages for you.
Yeah.
How soon will it be available to share? And Barb, we should congratulate and kudos to Chris and his wife Michelle, who have qualified as Shackley directors.
We're so proud of them.
Amazing. Another one of the new directors in August.
Yeah, not to put pressure on you, Chris, but maybe we could get this webinar up fast.
Hey, sometimes it's amazingly fast. Last week it was like the same day. I was like, wow, that is incredible. So
perfect. You're great. But we're so thrilled for you and Michelle.
Uh-huh.
Can a past gold member purchase another gold pack?
I believe the answer is no, but I could be wrong. What do you guys?
Or maybe
Why
they
not?
can't, but it's not going to do them any good.
Because there's not an item code to put the gold pack in your cart. You actually have to click on the upgrade
that's
now.
right.
So it's not like it's a product pack we can purchase. You just get it when you enter your social and upgrade to a gold ambassador.
Yeah.
Again, there might be a trick that I haven't figured out, but I don't believe
You're right.
so.
I think you're right. Great.
That's a field support question.
Mm-hmm.
Great information. Love the presentation. Can I make a recommendation? Could the presenters' names go
That's
up
about the names. Yeah, that depends. You see, sometimes I animate, and so the presenter needs to know if it's their slide or not. But okay, I'll look at that. I usually have it there. Someone asked about ordering just the new distributor kit. Just remember that as soon as somebody orders a distributor kit or a gold kit, and they give Shackley their Social Security number, now that starts the power bonus clock. So don't rush into that until you have a plan so that they can get those power bonuses, because that's significant money for them. That's important. So good. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Marianne Wilshire, I don't understand. Right.
Instead of printing slides later. Oh, what she's doing is doing a screen print.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
She does Alt plus
print screen.
Where's print screen?
Oh, well, if on
I see it.
Yeah. Marianne, genius.
Never too old to learn new things.
However, on the Mac keyboard, you don't have a print screen. There's no print screen.
Good reason to not have a Mac.
I know. Don't tell me, I'll grumble. Okay.
Okay, what is the link for getting to the archived sessions that are being posted?
Okay. You want to tell them? It's the
Better Futures.
BetterFuturesStartsToday.com, and that's the subscription site, and then Bob'sFiles.net. But we'd have to ask Chris. That may just be audio now. But Better Future Starts Today and Better Health in 31 Days both come with the same subscription, which you can get individually with your picture, and you can send your customers there and do learn and earn stuff. And then that's what Chris and Michelle do. They become your webmasters, or you can go in jointly with people, so you have access to that. But we have to password protect the Monday night stuff.
And I will say, I see a question here about someone wanting to know where that tax session archive is. Chris has done such a beautiful job at labeling each one of the archive trainings that you can literally go in there and quickly see the topic for each training. And it's easy to find, like a tax one and stuff like that. So, but of course, Joe, you have a brilliant brain. You might have it memorized when we did that tax one with Alan. You might remember the date is probably around March or April.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But it would be, that's right, it would be around March or April. Okay, Chris said, Barb, try unplugging your mic and plugging it back in. I saw
that, yeah. But it went away. And okay. Richard said there's a microwave on in the house, which would be unusual in my house, but I will check out the other electronics.
Poor thing. Okay, clarify. For the Leadership Conference in Palm Springs, I have read the qualifications, and I interpreted that you need to be a key coordinator to qualify. No.
No. They just have a different set of qualifying rules for key coordinators. And I'll tell you what happened. You click on that link in the homepage, and it pops up the key coordinator qualifications.
Yeah,
so
it does.
That's like a little bit of a mistake. You want to, and then there's another button on that page that says go to all rules. Click on that. That'll take you to the place you want to pay attention to.
However, there is something I didn't know until yesterday. That one of the qualifications was to be registered for Orlando or to have attended Cleveland, but the second one was to be a director by August to qualify, and I had not caught that piece. And we, the masters, made a plea to the powers that be that they might want to revisit that one.
And they did.
Mm-hmm.
And if people register for Orlando by September, the end of this month, they will meet that registration qualification. They extended that already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now that's a cool, yeah. But if you extend the one, don't you kind of have to extend the other?
Well,
I mean, there's 200
now
and
you're using logic, Barb. Yeah.
well, I'm just thinking there's 270 of us on the call today. We could, plead our case. Strength in numbers, Okay. Okay, Monday night wellness webinars. You put that up?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Good stuff coming up. Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And anything else in there we need to...
Well, there's tons of questions here, but
there's
Yeah.
still more.
I think Chris said if you go to Bob's files and there's an attachment with the PowerPoint, you can open the attachment, download the PowerPoint, and print anything you want.
Yeah.
So if that question wasn't clear.
Okay, Ruth Niley, very important question. When you look at Vivix liquid gels and the amount of the polyphenols in it versus the liquid, they are exactly the same. But if you look at it in the on the labels, it looks like the liquid gel caps, the capsules are less, and they're not. It's just that it's by weight, so they're factoring in the liquid. I don't know why. It has to do with some label regulation, but it is exactly the same. Thank you for pointing that out, Ruth.
Yes,
we
I
checked
was
that with
wanting
Dr.
to
Daggy.
know that. I was
yes,
wanting
it's
to
not
know.
less.
Good.
No, it's
Yeah,
exactly
didn't
the same.
And yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, somebody says, my customer got the loyalty coupon when it only had the life strip in the auto ship.
Well,
Good. Yeah.
congratulations.
So, yeah, cool. Yeah. So it's
Lucky, right?
You won.
Something else we got to remind ourselves is when you sponsor somebody, Becky, you mentioned you get 1 point for a 50 PD order with a new member, and you get 2 points for a 100 PD order for a new member. And when you put that on auto ship,
Yes.
put them on auto ship and they're on for 3 months, all those numbers double.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that
That's
in mind.
huge.
And Becky, was it you who came up with the idea of using the new mobile app to text customers when their auto ship is coming up, and that since the company is not doing a reminder, that we start doing the reminders, and we can use that as an opportunity for them to do add-ons to their order. I thought that was a good
do that. But I haven't used the app for it, so someone else told you that. But I think that's an excellent use of the app. But I have done that ever since they stopped doing emails. I have taken over being the reminder system. And it has really helped, though, to keep people in the loop. And some people I manage the auto ships for them, but I have several people that, it's their gig. But I just want to let them know, your auto ship's going on next week.
Nice. It's a nice thing to do. And Chris Bell says it'll be up today, so he is going to post everything you've seen here today. Today. So thank you, Chris, Mr. New Director.
Mm.
Okay. Deb Guganen, am I pronouncing your name correctly, I think? She said when you get a sales tax ID, you can put it on resale, and then you don't run into personal use issues about that $1,000 cap, by the way. That's what I do.
Just got to pay your taxes separately, so just don't forget that, or you might get in trouble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. And Chris said once it's posted, just download the PowerPoint, and you can print the slides right from the PowerPoint. Very easy too.
Okay, Barb, you now have 3 ways you can print on your Mac.
I know. You are getting a good education.
Command-Shift-3.
What? Oh, it's coming. Who said it?
It's Command-Shift-5 or
Lord.
Command-Shift-4.
5 or
3,
4.
4, or 5.
Now, who could possibly know that?
I don't know. You got
Someone
all these
with a
different...
Mac.
Dude, but I mean, how would a person like me who's looking at their... See, I like the other one on the PC.
You
it
go
says
to an Apple store for a
print screen. Yes, right. You know what I do? I put little sticky notes all over this $2,000 computer. Oh, Lord. All right. Do you know what? We did very well today in finishing on time. So thank you, everybody.
Great.
Really for joining us. And thank you, Becky and Crystal for doing the research on the promotions. I know that was a bear of a job, so I picked two people who are going to handle
Well, we
it.
even missed a couple.
Here's something important. Ruth Kutz says that they did announce last night that they have to be director by September 30th to qualify.
Yeah.
They did extend it. Oh,
Yeah.
Ruth, thank you. Okay,
So
now that's big. Did everybody get that?
Yeah, be a director by September 30th and be registered for Orlando by September 30th, and you can qualify for the chairman's retreat.
Oh,
Awesome.
man,
Hallelujah.
that's huge. That is really huge. Okay, we'll get an email out on that right away. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you. That's really great. Yeah, the Masters brought that up yesterday at noon on the noon call, and look at that. They made that change that fast. I'm impressed with that. Okay, we don't have to march on home office then, everybody.
Have a great week, everyone. Get a plan, or set your goals, get a plan, and go to work.
There you go. Excellent.
We have the whole month
Thanks,
ahead
guys.
of us. We'll be fine. Bye-bye. Thanks,
Bye.
Trainer.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.